Thank you. Good evening. Thank you again. I like going into newsagent shops and saying, "Excuse me, is that Mars bar for sale?" When he says yes, I say, "Okay, I might be back later. I still have a few other ones to see." I like ringing up bookshops. When they say, "Yes, can I help you?" I say, "No, I'm okay, thanks, I'm just browsing." I originally come from a place called Blarnagosha. It's a small village just outside Ireland. I remember family evenings around the fire, my father fretting about the coming harvest, my mother consoling him because he was a chartered accountant who didn't have to worry about that sort of thing. Strange the things parents say to you when you're a kid. I used to hate when my grandfather came to visit us. It wasn't just because he was blind, but I'd always been told that I had his eyes. I remember when my grandfather died. He actually died in his rocking chair. I was only a kid at the time. Didn't realise the whole thing would keel over by climbing on the back of it. Anyway, after my grandfather died, my grandmother came to live with us, which didn't really make any sense because she was married to my other grandfather who's still alive. I used to have a little dog, but he lived in Wales. Actually, on the subject of dogs, this dog followed me home the other day. I checked his collar tag. It read, "Patch, phone 6479182. So I entered the house and rang the number. I said, "Do you have a dog called Patch?" The woman said, "Yes, he's been missing for 2 days." I said, "Okay, I'll try again tomorrow." I've just come back from a long holiday. I went around the world. It was all right for a holiday, but I wouldn't like to live there. I had a spot of trouble while I was in Spain. My wallet was stolen. Some Spaniard was caught the next day trying to buy stereo equipment with my kidney donor card. One thing I learned while I was staying in a bed and breakfast in Bulgaria: never share a bed with two shepherds, no matter how cheap the room is. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what life is all about. Whatever happened to Kajagoogoo? I met a friend of mine this morning. He said, "Did you notice the heavy fog last night?" I said, "No, nothing wakes me." I used to be chairman of an underground political movement. It was called the PFL-DAT, the People's Front for the Liberation of Dublin from Patronising American Tourists. Thank you. Well, this American tourist stopped me in the street in Dublin one day and said, "Hey buddy, you know any shops around here that sell souvenir leprechauns?" I said, don't buddy me, fat arse. Think you can blow in here in your loud yellow check suit telling us you don't mind the weather over here because Ireland is really your second home. And then you piss off back to your beach house in Florida for the other 50 weeks of the year. Telling all your friends you kissed the Blarney Stone and to be sure and be japers and be Gora. And everything is so quaint and everything is so green. And do you know why it's so green? Because it's always bloody raining, that's why. So don't give me this crap about souvenir leprechauns, you patronising pillock. No, I didn't really. I said to the shop just round the corner. You can't miss it. I've been living over here for about a year now. There's one thing I noticed you have in England, which we haven't got in Ireland. Birmingham. Thank you very much. Good night.